Furry monkey.
This ain't your crap boss have radio. Grab your rig, hit the trail, mine set on fire. Bugs on the air, activating the wire. Summits on the air, string CQ. Portable power, no shack, just me and you. Experiment wild, break the old rules. Contesting pileups, we're running the fools. No age limit, here it's a state of mind. Kids table rebels leave a boring behind. Heavy signals crashing down. CQ, on the town, born a soda contest roar. Ham radio kids table, forevermore. People bait, waves in the fight. This is our revolution, turn it up tonight. Kids table, hell yeah. Not your grandpa's wheel of future on the air. Kids table, out.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Ham Radio Kids Table. It is yet another Wednesday night, and we are here with you. Tonight's going to be a fun night tonight. We are celebrating 10,000 subscribers for our friend Freddie Mac and the Ham Radio Crusader channel. And yep.
I don't
there we go.
My Mac.
So we are celebrating 10,000 subscribers for Freddie Mac and the Ham Radio Crusader channel. And I tell you what, it has been a fun journey as somebody getting to watch Freddie Mac jump into this and kind of everything, and then finally getting to meet Freddie, and here we are. I think my wife said it best when I said, she goes, "Who's on the thing tonight?" And I said, "Well, Freddie Mac." And she goes, "I know who he is." So, out of all the people that I talk about, she actually knows who you are.
Sweet.
So, I know. Yeah. I was like, wow. All righty.
Isn't her first name Emily?
It is. Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Emily. You rock. I don't care
Well,
what Tim says. You rock.
I think a lot of it goes back to, she also said she knows who Carlos is because he's the weird one that jumps out of airplanes. But,
Weird one.
yeah.
Perfectly serviceable aircraft.
Exactly. Come on. Gee whiz.
Yeah. But,
Yeah, and
yeah, she remembers you made that comment shortly after I moved out here to the barn, and and I made the comment about her building all this, and you made something like, "Now that's a good woman" kind of thing right there, and I made sure she saw that. And ever since then, she knows who Freddie Mac is without a doubt. So unequivocally.
yeah, and I appreciate that. She's awesome. And you and I have personally met in person. We've met in person. Vince and I have met in person.
Mm-hmm.
I've yet to shake Jeff and Frank's hand, but who knows what the future holds.
Get to dating.
Yeah, that's the one thing I can't get to this year. I got 3 graduations in the month of May, and a visit to the tax people. Yeah, so my May is pretty much monopolized at this point, but yeah, it's been a long ride. It hasn't been a long ride. It's been a great ride, actually, because the whole YouTube journey has been this very cool adventure that I really wasn't sure about, early on. It was just like, hey, this sounds like something fun to do. And next thing you know, you're meeting all these cool people and having, gee whiz, that first trip to Dayton was awesome.
Yeah.
Then later on in August, when I got to go to Huntsville for the first time, it was way better. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dayton up at Xenia and the whole experience up there was really, really cool. But the whole adventure, the whole journey you take to get to Huntsville, and then the week that you spend there are pretty close to it, and all the events that we do. I mean, you're spent by the time you left, but man, you've met some awesome people along the way. Well,
and if I remember right, your first trip to to Huntsville, that was a whirlwind. That was like you came in basically on Thursday or Friday, if I remember right.
I want to say it was a Friday because I brought this Mesh-tastic device with me that never worked, and the second I pulled up into Montesano, it starts going off and messages are showing up, and it's just like, one thing after another, and God, dog, it was great.
And if I remember right, you had to jump as soon as like the YouTuber forum was over.
Yeah,
On Sunday, you were on the road, had to get back home, kind of thing. And
drove
then
straight back.
last year, you actually took some time to smell the coffee, and
Yeah, and I tell you what, I rented an RV last year instead of bringing cousin Eddie, and got to spend a little bit more time. This year when I come, I'm actually going to be there on Wednesday, but I'm going to primitive camp and see how that goes. I hope maybe I'll sweat off a few pounds, but I think it's a better experience at Huntsville if you get there on a Wednesday and get to spend most of the week, so that you can have some time to, prepare for what's coming up, because that whole, what is it, Friday for the cookout? Thursday.
Yeah.
It's like Thursday morning is breakfast, Thursday lunch, the cookout, and it goes on into Thursday evening. And wow, that whole thing was just amazing.
You know what? It actually might be Friday. Come to think about it,
I would say it was Friday, but I couldn't remember.
Maybe it might be Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday.
Yeah.
Today. And then we're at the show on Saturday and Sunday. That's right. And dadgummit, what a great flea market they had there.
Mm-hmm. And it's all indoors and air conditioned.
Exactly. It's worth the $10 you got to pay to park each day, because it's air conditioned. Oh man, it was warm last year.
It was, and I see. Yeah. Man, I'm having a hard time with call signs. Kilo Romeo 4 Juliet Golf Delta is saying mosquito repellent. I honestly, at that time of year, I take a RV camping spot, but I tent camp. I've done that the third year. So, but the reason I do that is so I could be close to the shower house and everything.
Yep.
But outside of, sometimes it's maybe a little humid at night. It has not been bad, and I've never had to use bug spray at the campsite.
Yeah, I don't remember it being that bad up on Montesano for insects. That is.
Yeah. Now deer will get up in your.
Every morning I'd step outside the camper and have a cup of coffee, just in the outside air, and here come Mama Deer and her fawn wandering up to the camp, because I'm eating a donut and they're here in the cellophane package, and they come to see what I got.
But now you got to watch out for something else this year.
What's that?
Oh, you ain't seen what Joe Brett showed a few weeks ago on Clubhouse?
I guess I didn't.
Little black light might be helpful for when you're outdoors at Montesano.
Oh,
some like scorpions or something they've got there.
Dude, yeah, I did see a scorpion last year. I did, and a UV light would come in handy for that. I worry about the snakes more than anything. But you know what? I haven't seen any in the last couple of years I've been up there.
Snakes are afraid of you, Freddie Mac.
They are. They better be. They better tread in my path.
Yeah.
Well, and I've been kind of degrading my accommodations every year. So the first year I went, I was going to use. I was actually going to tote cousin Eddie up there, and I got an RV spot. And then the further it went along, I'm like, man, I really didn't want to do that, drag it that far, but. Joe Brett wanted to trade somebody a camping spot for his cabin. So we swapped, and them little bitty primitive, they're not primitive cabins. They're just kind of older, but rustic, had air conditioning, internet.
Vintage.
They were great. It was great. But man, you pay for them suckers, and you play heck getting them rented for the next year or two. So last year I did RV spot, and this year I'm doing the primitive camp, because I got the Gazelle, and I thought, you know what? We're just going to try it out. See what we can do.
Yeah. I also I do the campsite RV spot just for the power. That's the other thing.
Sure. That'd be
plus all the partying's up in the RV area. I mean, let's be honest. It's just Mike K at MRD back there snoring in the
Yeah, I'm bringing my earplugs, and hopefully I'd like to find one of those electric scooters like I seen everybody riding around on last year.
Yep.
Because it's a bit of a walk.
All right, scooter people, if you're watching, scooter companies, you're watching, Freddie Mac,
Freddie Mac needs a scooter.
That's right.
Bring a bicycle.
Scooter. And I'm actually, if I don't have a scooter, I'm bringing my bicycle. I've got a good bicycle.
Scooter.
And I'd rather have a nice electric bicycle, but probably not going to work out that way. But
Freddie Mac will bring his BMX racer from the 80s.
This one actually looks more like a Schwinn from the 70s, but it's newer. Schwinn.
Schwing.
Dude, I had the Nirvana of yards in the 70s. My dad, God love him, he worked a full-time job, but him and a buddy would buy old bicycles, tear them down, clean them up, repaint them, and put them in the front yard along our chain link fence with a sign that said bicycles for sale. And they'd sell bicycles. And I had the pick of the litter every day as a kid. I could ride a different bike around the block down to the corner store or whatever. Just get used to it, fall in love with it, and somebody come and buy it, and it'd be gone. Those were the days. But, yeah, it is what it is.
Corky says the black light isn't for the Scorpions. It's be able to identify the Gen Z and Gen Alpha people.
It's for the CSI folks that come in behind them.
Yeah, I think if I remember right, it was Scorpions, and if I remember, there's some kind of iridescent coating on the shell, that the exoskeleton that reacts to the UV light. So.
It's rather wicked. They used to have an exhibit at the zoo up in Tulsa for those very kinds of scorpions, and they had a UV light in the little tank. It was really cool.
Awesome. So, Freddie, let's kind of take it all the way back. You're looking at retiring from your day job, and you're kind of batting around this. Were you batting around the idea of starting a YouTube channel, or how did you find your way into where you are today?
Well, it's kind of funny because I started a YouTube channel before I retired, and I still have it. I just haven't paid a lot of attention to it lately. It's called Okie Archaeology. I wanted to do a series of videos about small town Oklahoma history, because there's a lot of small towns in Oklahoma and everywhere in rural America that are defunct. They're just, little towns that died, that you go back and look in the newspaper archives were pretty, they were pretty big, busy towns back in the day, pre depression era. And always made me wonder why, some of them had this big economy going on, and then depression comes on. Of course, you can account for a lot of it for that, but shoot, we had a few towns around here that were in the running for county seat, and they died. And that always intrigued me. And I started working on that and did it as I could. But right before I retired, I'm getting closer and closer to the actual event of retiring. And I thought, you know what? I've been watching YouTube ham radio channels, wanting to get back into the hobby and get active again, and discovered Starlink. And I'm like, hey, this is something I can do. This is something I can contribute to, and just started doing videos on that, and it's the same old story. I've told it a million times, but there was so much confusion out there about Starlink at the time that I went down the wrong path about a million times. And I thought, you know what, a series of little videos to help some folks out could do a lot of good. And shoot, it just took off. I'm still under 200 subscribers on my other channel, and Ham Radio Crusader kind of just took off. And me visiting some of the shows has really helped out as well. It's just crazy how friendly and inviting other people are, because I was at a point in my career where that point of view in my life wasn't near as positive. And with a lot of events, with the public outlook of public service employees was really on the decline, and you kind of get discouraged about what you're doing and the whole 9 yards. But getting back into the ham radio community really restored my faith in human beings, and it was a big help for me at the time. So I just want to say thank you to everyone out there that has even said hello, commented, or on a video, liked, subscribed. It means the world to me. It really, really does. And to get to meet all of y'all was just one heck of a great bonus.
Well, I think everybody would agree that getting to meet me was a heck of a bonus.
It was.
Yeah. I mean, don't choke up, Freddie Mac.
I remember that day.
We shared it with a great. Yeah. Well, we actually did a little bit of larceny that day.
We did. We committed to larceny.
Yeah. We did. We didn't commit larceny. We didn't commit larceny, but we committed to larceny.
Well, and if there's one thing that can break the ice amongst people that don't really know each other, that's the way to do it.
Absolutely. Well, that was a definitely a fun trip, and we got to. If you guys aren't familiar with what we're talking about, it's actually More Expo. It was the very first time that Freddie, Mac, and I met, and actually probably Freddie, was that with a lot of them, or
I had met Jason just the previous October.
Okay.
At Ardmore, Oklahoma Ham Fest. They call it Hammerama. And it's not that long a drive for him. So he had come up to it. And I'd met Vern Six and Miss Renee there at that same show.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody else at Moore, which was you and Bill and Kyle and Frank and Rob, was the first time meet for me. Because I'm like, dang, Rob's tall.
Notice who had the tallest tent too, by the way.
Dude, I'm telling you, I always thought Rob, he's about my height.
Yeah, which is funny. The widest guy had the widest tent, and the tallest guy had the tallest tent.
That is no joke, dude.
Yeah.
That is no joke.
And you guys just pushed us over to the corner. Like, they'll just take up that whole. They used our tents as the blocker, the wind break from But what's interesting is that the ham radio, we go there, it's an overlanding event, but while we're there, people start walking up.
Yeah.
We're ham radio operators, and we have met multiple people at overlanding events that are ham radio operators. And so that's really cool.
A lot of ham curious guys.
Ham curious. And Bob.
Mm-hmm. Bob's the greatest. He's awesome.
If Bob doesn't wind up on his back with his feet up on his air in the air at one of these things, then it's interesting. Bob apparently trips a lot when he drinks,
and he immerses himself into the conversation.
Absolutely,
it was great.
Absolutely, yeah. So, out of curiosity, what the name Ham Radio Crusader?
I tell you, I was looking at it from 17 different directions because I'm like, it's not necessarily wanting a gimmick. I wanted something catchy that people were going to remember. Mm-hmm. And I asked myself, I said, what are you doing? What are you going to do? These guys are enormous. There's a ton of ham radio YouTube channels. What are you going to do? And I thought, what am I doing? I'm getting back to law enforcement. I'm getting back to ham radio. So you could call it, I'm on a crusade. I'm on a crusade back to ham radio because I had put it on the rear burner of the stove for so many years. It was frustrating to a point because I had so many ideas. I wanted to do so many things, but my career was so engulfed. I had kids at home, had kids to raise, had grandkids coming into the scene, and a lot going on. And I had to put it on the back burner so many times. And then I'm like, here's my chance. I want to get back. I want to crusade my way back to ham radio. So I thought Ham Radio Crusader, just like the Crusades.
Well, there you go. I was going to say, so your imagery, your iconography, I think is the big word that they use. There you go. Yep.
The Crusading Knight. I love that sticker too. And I designed that all by my lonesome.
Mm-hmm.
It is a wonderful sticker. It's a great piece of art.
And I thought at first, it's a little too busy, and then changed some colors around. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going with it.
It's
memorable.
Your sticker is the first ham radio sticker that I stuck on the back of the Bronco on the tailgate.
Right.
Before then, it was all off-roading stuff.
Overlanding stuff.
Overlanding stuff on the tailgate. Now I don't
Bronco Club, weren't you?
So I don't stick stickers on my vehicle. But on the inside of the tailgate,
right,
I've got it loaded up. I don't like to advertise on the outside, but on the inside, I'm all there for you. But yours was because you got to do your very first POTA from the back of my Bronco.
I
on
did.
The tailgate. Yes,
you lost your POTA chair on the back of your Bronco.
That's right.
Oh man, that was an awesome day. It really, really was. And it made me want to get a Bronco, even though I haven't done it, because the setup was perfect. You open that back tailgate, swing it open, and your whole setup's right there.
Absolutely. Well, and I tell you, it was cool to watch because I got an opportunity to experience something with somebody who's actually been licensed a lot longer than me. I think you've been around what? You've been licensed
98. I got my ticket in 98.
Okay. Yeah. See, I'm in the early 2010s, but then to get to experience your first opportunity at doing that and watching you
stutter and try to remember my own call sign.
Well, there's that too, but to do those kind of things and be able to watch that and just get that experience, that first experience with you was awesome.
I was elated. I was on top of the world. And I got Jeff into the log when I was doing a POTO out by myself, and I was so excited. I did forget my call sign for half a second. So I'm like, oh, I got Jeff. He's all the way in Delaware, man. I just, and the long distance stuff, I totally lose my mind over.
Then you got me and forgot who I was.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I know that call sign. What are you doing?
That was on purpose. Have you guys, out of curiosity, have you guys worked somebody and didn't recognize their voice, but after you saw their call sign, you're like, oh crap.
Well, Frank was one of them.
Okay.
And a guy I work with, but I've known him for years. He wouldn't change his call sign on me and didn't tell me. I'm like, man, I know his voice. Who is that?
So to all those of you who work me, and that you give my name in CW, and I don't give your name back, it's only because I didn't remember it, and I'm logging on paper because I'm disconnected from internet. So please don't hate on me. I have this name disassociative thing. Like I'll remember name or face, but sometimes not both.
I'm right there.
Absolutely drives me crazy. Hey, buddy, how you doing? I haven't seen you for a while. How's that thing going?
Everybody's buddy or Boba or brother.
Yeah, or Bubba, right?
So Joe Brett is the one person that is unmistakable every time because he'll do the YVY. Everybody knows
YVY.
But I mean, I've worked Big Jim, and it's like, I hit the log and then I look up and I see, Jim Perry and I'm like, oh
yeah.
I've done that several times to him. Actually.
I talked to him on All-Star before I realized who he was.
Yeah. But
that was before he changed his call sign to WT1W, which I can hold on to that one. I couldn't hold on to the first one for some reason.
I don't even remember what it was, but it was like
AM4 YCD.
YCD, yeah.
AM4
YCD. Oh yeah, I couldn't remember that either, but WT1W I don't have a problem with for some reason. And it's on his sticker too.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So if you're lucky enough to have these stickers, sometimes that helps.
I think I've got some of his old ones that have his old call on there, but I would not remember that call.
It was tough. There's just a few of them out there that the cadence just doesn't stick in my head right. Call signs can be funny.
Well, so the guy that I tested under the VE that I tested under, I talked to him after I got my call sign. I've done some POTUS with him, but when I gave him my call sign, the first thing because he's a CW guy, he's like, oh, that's a good CW call sign. Apparently the weighting or how it is and how I guess the thing, but and mine was KD9 DAC. But I had to change it as fast as I could. Not that it was bad, but it was a new call sign, right? If
you're going to do it, change it quickly.
Yep. Well, within the first 2 months before you start logging anything and getting into stuff.
Part of my thing, I went from tech to extra overnight, basically, and so I had people arguing with me because I had a brand new call sign that you're not an extra. I got some of the know-it-all hams and everything like that. I got a 30-year electronics career too, buddy. So
kind of helps.
Yeah, kind of helps, right? So, I'm getting ham shamed already. Colin's dad VK says I have Tim on FT8, but he didn't confirm the contact. Gosh darn it! I'll look for it, Colin. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's something I've been wanting to do a lot more of too is FT8, but I had to take my antennas back down because I got a contractor coming. The two walls of this building that I'm in, we call it the shop in the backyard, have to have the siding replaced. this is a well-built building. It really, really is. But they built it in the early 90s, painted it once, and never touched it again. So the siding's got to be replaced, and so I had to take everything down. And so within the next month-ish, depending on Oklahoma springtime weather, I may have an HF antenna in the air. I've got the pole ready. I got the antenna, but I ain't got the feed line that I want yet, but I've just got to get it in the air. And I can't wait. I've been wanting to do some, what I call sit down and relax FT8 from the shack. This is the first time for me, man. I've got a bunch of handheld radios and a 2-meter mobile in here, and my now my APRS digipeater, and that's about it. I'm ready to do some damage from the shack and do some hunting in the cool weather when it's nice and hot in Oklahoma. But so you want me to show you what the big giveaway is tonight?
We could do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a couple of other things as well, but let me see here.
And we've already got you in big and on the screen. So
Okay, let me change.
Before we do that, Freddie, I haven't shown this to you on camera yet, but Tim.
Yeah.
Ooh, I forgot about that. That is a color I am already out of. It turned out to be really, really popular.
This turned out very, very
Thank you so much. And ironically enough, we're going to be giving away one of those tonight, but in a different color.
Don't you like how I queued you up for that one too?
And I appreciate that. Man.
What is that widget?
That is the Toad's shell.
Oh,
that is the Toad's digital interface with the daughter board attachment enclosure, if you will. It's a 3D printed box with a magnet door. See how easy I knock it off of there?
Good thing it's got magnets.
Exactly.
Nice and easy.
But you can't shake it off of there. Pops right off. You pop in the Toad's DI. It lines right up. It doesn't need any supports. I've got 2 or 3 of these now, actual Toad's DIs. One of them is not in a case because I leave it out because I prototype a lot of different things with it. So I always need access to the pots, but probably the next derivative, the next generation of these will have a couple of little holes in the top so that you can adjust the pots while it's in the case. But it's really easy to get out.
John wants to know what filament it was that Frank had been holding up.
That is
proprietary.
It's a special blend.
Yeah.
Proprietary blend.
If you'd like to know, you can buy one at
radiolife.shop.
And and then send it off.
I actually just dropped a link for it.
And I've got to update some stock on there as well because some of it. I was doing a screw face door at first.
John.
They weren't as popular.
John. Freddie Mac is a law enforcement officer. John.
Well, it depends upon the pot.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, so
let me see
if I can do this. Let's computer capture. Now, I know there's a way I can do this. I did this before, and I've already forgotten how to change what. Oh, can you see? Oh, you can see that, can't you? Can you
Yes,
see?
we can. We see your entire computer desktop.
Oh,
Yeah.
far out.
Yeah.
So,
be careful. Don't be having any of them nudie pictures on.
don't open
This is
midget.
not a kid's show.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
The clown rodeo porn.
Yeah,
All right.
Don't do any of that.
This is what I call in these high power nodes that I build, the Crusader Comlink star nodes. This is the Mark I, which I'm not making this particular setup anymore. I'm working on a way better one, but this one was designed with this handle on top, and it's built-in antenna, which you can't see, but it is a signal stick. And this is the Motorola CDM 750 UHF radio. It'll do 40 watts. I've got it tuned down to about 10. It's using the Hotspot Radio's ARRI USB sound fob. And if I can, let me do this real quick. As soon as I find everything, I lose everything. And around the behind here, this is the back side of the node, is a Raspberry Pi 4, a 12 volt to 5 volt buck converter that runs the Pi, and this little right underneath the radio, you can see a thermostat control that runs this cooling fan right here. So the fan doesn't run all the time.
Nice.
It gets up to a certain temperature and it comes on, takes care of the problem, and we'll switch back off again. But let me see if that other one is there. Yeah, that's pretty much the same view, but you can see a little bit of the signal stick there at the top. It's a BNC connection, and it all plugs in with one, or powers up rather with one
Anderson power pole. What's the rack there?
That is Kydex.
Proprietary.
Well, the cross members, for the shelving is just like a one before, a piece of wood that I painted. But the side is Kydex that I've heat molded. And it was really good idea, and it holds itself up really, really well. But, it's not super functional, but I wanted it because it wasn't conductive.
That looks pretty thick.
Okay, wait a minute. What is Kydex? That's clearly not a Canadian term.
Oh, it's like PVC. Here in my neck of the woods, a few officers had side jobs that they would take this Kydex material and they'd heat it in like a microwave or some other device and do a vacuum mold over a molding of a gun or handcuffs or magazines. And they made awesome. They would bolt on these kind of like molly bolts.
Right.
So you could have a holster and a cuff case and a mag case for everyday wear.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, they're super durable. Durable.
They come in multitude of colors and camo colors.
Interesting.
You can get all kinds of colors and also
lightweight and durable.
Yeah. These little boogers right here, I recently discovered thanks to Mike K at MRD. Oh. These are 3D printed cases for your seed tracker, but they're molly hooks.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh man, they work really, real well. They're made out of PETG, so they're very, very durable. We got a green one to give away and an orange one, so you can find it in the dark.
Hey, Freddie Mac.
Yes, sir.
Look at this one.
You can find it in the dark along with the scorpions.
I actually have one of those as well. I printed up and put a Baofeng on it just the other day, a belt clip, but nobody else wanted one. I went to all my buddies. I'm like, hey, here. And like, I like the Molly one better.
Okay.
But I like my belt clip because it's on my backpack already.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Baofeng that nobody wanted it.
Well, no, it's one of these clips, but it doesn't have the Molly on the side, but it does have a spot for a Baofeng belt clip. I even found the nuts and the bolts for it at the hardware store.
Right on.
Yep.
But I got a couple of these to give away. One red toad shell, Magdor, and this beautiful Baofeng UV Pro 17 GPS.
Oh, dude, that's my color.
Well, this is the ham radio Crusader version because look at that turn on screen.
If that was your color, why is it your Bronco orange?
It is. It's got orange highlights on it. You'll see it.
It does.
Yes, it does.
Yep.
But this version's got GPS and the little flashlight underneath and the big honking belt clip, C-type charging. I have a pair of these. The other one's black, but I thought, it's time for the orange one to find another home because I'm overstocked.
Speaking of Baofengs with the flashlights on it, did you guys see the Corky QRP Industries UV5R tack rail? Somebody it is the UVAR light mount.
I have not.
Yeah.
Go check my video from today.
I think my OBS is about to crash.
Uh-oh.
It says not responding because I can't switch the screen back. I may have to jump out and back in again.
Okay.
Well, we know where you are.
Freddie, which one? We can go ahead and start the.
Never mind. He came back.
You got do you have a keyword? What would you like to do first?
I tell you what. Let's give away the toad shell first.
Okay.
And just put toads. How about that? TOADS and whatever cap. If you want caps or not.
Yeah. Second question.
Mm-hmm.
I got the option to exclude winners when doing multiple draws. If you win, are you eligible for the next one? Or
How many people are in the chat?
right now we have 81 in the stream.
Oh, gee whiz.
Hmm.
Maybe one winner at a time. I don't. But for the big prize, can we let everybody jump back in if they'd already won?
Yeah, that's up to you.
That sounds like a thing.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I will disable the exclude winners, and if they come up twice, we'll just redraw.
Sounds like
and then good for the big ones. All right,
big one. Everybody can.
You guys putting toads in the thing. It's a little different. There we go.
Jeff put it in backwards. That's awesome.
Yeah, let me share my screen here. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm
You had to
retraining
comment it out, Tim. You had to comment it out.
Thanks, straight man. All lowercase, no underscores.
So you can't go T_O_A_D_F.
Darn straight. So while we let that run, is your StreamYard good there, or your OBS?
Yep. So it recovered. For some reason, it went gray and was not responding, but it bounced back. I don't know. My CPU usage is at 4%, so I don't know what was going on there.
What's it like having 4% CPU?
It was lonely.
Apparently so. It just didn't like the whole switching thing, I guess.
Lonely, I'm so lonely.
Oh man.
I just want to screw up your computer.
Hey, Freddie, over in our private chat here, I just put something for your Motorola giveaway. A keyword.
That's a good idea. I like that. So is our keyword case sensitive?
They can be, yes.
Yeah.
Just easier to keep them in lowercase, I think. That's just my personal thing there. So we you went with the ham radio Crusader.
Went with the Crusader.
You're on the Crusade. What was your first video? And what was it like?
Oh,
if you had to look back, if experienced you had to go back and talk to first time you.
Gee whiz. I would have made it a little more interesting. I went short and sweet with that first video, and I can remember exactly what it was, because we were all ham VoIP users with All-Star Link, and ham VoIP has a built-in feature to give the time at the top of the hour. It's built in from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you could go into the cron tab and add your zip code, and when you did that, at the top of every hour, you got the time and the weather conditions. And I thought, what a cool feature. I need to tell the world about this. But it wasn't a horrible video. The subsequent videos after that were too long and too boring. And the music was too loud. And Lord, did I learn a lot of lessons the hard way. But you learn them. I mean, don't get me wrong. I got some good constructive negative feedback, and I got some really awful constructive negative feedback. But water off a duck's back. If I can't learn from them, that's my fault. But because they were right about a lot of it. Some of them were just downright rude. But hey, some people talk that way. I have ran into so many people in my line of work over the years that you really have to read between the lines on how they express their opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll get a lot farther in the world of communicating with other humans if you just take a lot of that in stride. I mean, occasionally some of it's just going to piss you off. It's just the long and short of it. But
Freddie, speaking of that weather, I need to get with you and figure out my weather when I get a chance, because for some reason it's stuck on the dashboard. It does not want to. We're not going to tackle tonight.
They text the weather in California, and major taxes yet.
And there's an issue going on right now with SayTime weather. SayTime always works. The weather part of it has to do with the service, and there's a couple of them in the weather SH file now, and it's set to auto to go to one or the other. And half the time at the top of the hour, you're not getting the weather. But I changed mine.
it's not that. It's on the physical dashboard.
On the Supermon.
Yeah, my weather has not changed in a week. And
We tried turning
has
it off and back on again.
You put a
yes,
quarter in it.
multiple times. I've gone from 85 degrees. Now we're down to like what is it, 50 something, right? 54 right now. You know, so yeah.
You're
and
still in
it's
centigrade.
Yes,
No,
but
there's
it's
your problem.
it's still showing 72 degrees, like it's stuck.
That's weird. We need to take a look at that.
Yep.
Yeah, something
So-
for another time.
57. We're getting ready to pull the trigger here in a
Do it,
second.
do it, Pruitt.
Speaking about Supermon, Freddie, did you see there's like a 8.0 plus Supermon?
Yes, I seen that. Like, the creator announced that, so I'm like really excited.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see what comes of that.
Yeah, and
I don't know if it's out yet or not, but I did see the information about it. I think he posted it on it was on the Supermon Groups IO page, and I think I saw an email come about that. I'm like, ooh,
Yeah,
Freddie knows about that.
I did see that, and I'm hoping it's soon.
I think Mike's been hitting the sauce again. I heard Freddie Mac legally changed his middle name to his node number.
Well, that'd be true, but I have
Which
so
node? Yeah, he has a lot of node numbers. Which node?
Yeah. Real quick, Freddie Mac, before we pull the trigger, I did. There's always that question about international shipping or
Oh, yes, and I'm glad you brought that up because there is none.
no international shipping.
No international shipping. To ship this to Australia was $46 a few months ago, and this is a $12 item off of the store. So it's and if they want to pay me the shipping, I will give them a free whatever. But the All-Star node is going to be continental North America and Canada. I can probably swing Canada. But man, shipping is just stupid high right now. But these smaller objects, if you're in Australia, yeah, we're going to have to talk about it. If you're in the UK, we're going to have to talk about it. I mean, these are really easy to 3D print. It's all, I mean, I don't think I could even legally sell these because it's somebody else's design, but they're really easy to make if you got somebody that's got a 3D printer. But the radio and the All-Star node are going to have to be continental United States. Well, we can probably do North America easy enough. So,
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the pickle here, as we used to say in the Navy.
Pull the pickles.
Yeah, they actually, when we launched missiles, it was literally like a gun trigger, and it was referred to as the pickle. All right, Kilo Romeo 4, Juliet Golf Delta.
That's Gary, and he's a new ham. Congratulations,
ooh,
Gary.
congratulations, Gary. You got to get yourself a Toads DI now.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
6 JGD. All right. Okay. Is this a Ham Nation night?
It is not.
No.
So we're not.
I didn't want to step on anybody's toes, as it were.
Show toes.
Toes.
And Gary, are you good on QRZ? If not, please email Freddie. And Freddie, it's
KD5FMU@gmail.com.
there you go.
Be sure to
That
tell
was
me.
easy.
I'm the guy that won this. That's the big thing you want to put in there, and along with your shipping address.
He says good on the Z.
Sweet. I got his call sign and what he wants. So Kilo Romeo 6 Juliet Golf Delta.
No, 4. 4 land.
It's 4. Well, I can't see nothing. Hang on a minute. Kilo Romeo 4 Juliet Golf Delta.
When's your
scary.
optometrist appointment, Freddie?
Ironically enough, it was last week.
Oh, I see the lenses haven't come in yet. Got it.
No. And they still want me to do the bifocals.
And which is better, A,
You just get the Invisalign.
A, or B? One or two?
Back to one.
Well, mine got my people. They do it like 1 2 1 2 1 2. I'm like,
Oh, Lord,
slow
no.
down.
Yeah.
I came back one day. It's like you gotta do it slower. I need the focus on it.
Dude, that is so uncool.
Mm.
Yeah.
They just want to get you in and out. They already know they know your prescription already.
Well,
You know
you're
that.
normally there for like an hour at least.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
And lately I had to have a little procedure done. When I was in my 20s, I injured my right eye. I was chopping kindling wood with a hand axe and out of a 2x4. And about halfway down was a knot on the side of that too before. And when I hit it, the knot popped out, flung off something else, and hit me square in the eye. I rolled around on that ground for like a half hour before I recovered. But you know, when you're in your 20s, you can recover from anything. But now that I'm in my 50s and I'm getting older, and whatever medication I take dries my eyes out really bad, it makes my eyelid stick to my eye and disrupts the whole thing again, and you're in some god awful pain. So they ended up putting some like stem cell tissue over it and a contact lens for like 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Healed it up, dude. I haven't had a problem with it. I've been fighting with this thing reoccurring like that. They call it a recurrent corneal erosion for like 3 years now. They put this stomach on there for 3 days. I'm like, why didn't we do this 3 years ago?
You know, you could have done the same thing with a little dirt and some duct tape, right?
I guess, but dang, the pain! Shoot, the pain was horrible.
Freddie Mac, Dave pointed out that Alicat allows selling of her products. I think the only thing is her branding is on there. The attribution of the branding is on
the Alicat brand is on the back. It came through quite nicely.
Yep.
I may do that on the shop.
Yep.
Because these things are handy as all get out.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and give away one of these. The orange Alicat Molly holder for the Seed Studios T1000 seed tracker. You don't get the seed tracker. I lost this thing for like a month just to find it in my truck door pocket. Oh, I was like, I was ready to pull the trigger and push the button on buying another one.
You lost what'd you lose? Oh, okay. The
tracker itself.
Okay.
Yeah. I bought this at Hamvention from Meshtastic Dave of all people last year. Best buy I ever made. I should have bought one the year before. These suckers are perfect. The battery lasts a good couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got enough infrastructure up in my area that it works from my house. It works in where I work in the town, the next town over. And on good nights, we can get messages all the way up to Tulsa. But we're still working on that. In the daytime, it doesn't work near as good.
So Steve's asking the question. You lost the tracking device.
The battery was dead, okay? It doesn't spontaneously recharge.
Okay.
So not only did he lose it, the battery was dead. By the way, we've said the name twice. Once more, and I think we are legally obligated to bring him in.
Meshtastic Dave.
Dave, you know where the link is.
Dude, he's awesome.
All right. So what's the keyword for this prize, Freddie?
So I've already made it. So I'll
Go ahead.
Okay.
Knock it out of the park. We got 2 to give away. So we got an
Yeah.
orange one and an OD green one. They're both Pet G.
So there you go, guys. Get yourself in there.
Perfect. Fire away, fella.
And the winner of this one can have the choice, or is this specifically the?
I tell you what, they can do choice.
That's right, ladies' choice.
It's what I'm saying.
Backward skate.
Dude, that was the beginning of my social life, was at the roller rink. The 80s were great.
You know, I've stumbled across a couple channels on I think it's on Instagram. I feel like Griffin Brothers might be one, but it's a group of people out at the roller skating rink, and it's like the 80s all over again. I mean,
wow.
Trains of 8, 10, 15 people all skating along together, weaving in and out.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely been revitalized.
Dude, I tell you, my sister, God love her, she was old enough to drive, and she would take me and 2 of my cousins, who were all about the same age at the time, probably 14 years old. Every Friday night, Saturday night, she drove us to the next town. And it's old ass building. But in the basement was this big roller rink, and this old lady ran it with an iron fist. But she was cool, but she didn't take no duff off of anybody. But she had the record player up in there in her booth, and she had the old microphone like on MASH, right there over the record player, playing the music over the speakers through the roller rink. And she'd have this sign up above, her booth that said what those, regular skate or couple skate or backward skate.
Yeah.
Shoot, those were the days. They probably like running fortune off of the pop and candy bars that they sold us.
We had a place on the west side of Indianapolis, and I don't know how old it was, but it was old. It was called Melody Skateland, and it burned down. But in there was just decades of history where people had so not only the floor was ginormous compared to what it was, but then they'd all the lines on the thing for this competitive, like think figurative skating, ice skating, but it was on roller skates.
On rollers, yeah.
And then they had two like decent sized side pins where you could go, and they had all kinds of lines and stuff like that. So it must have been something huge. I mean, we experienced it in the 80s as kids as like this new trend going around with skating, skateboarding and stuff like that. But I feel like it had been around for quite some time.
Yeah. There was one in the next county where I grew up. Well, it was defunct by the time I came around, but my parents always told me that it was called Dixieland, and he had at one time, it was like a tourist trap, roadside deal, Highway 66, the old Highway 66.
Yeah.
But part of it was a big roller rink, and on some nights when it wasn't a roller rink, it was a big dance hall where I think you had to pay to dance or something. I can't remember how all that worked back then.
Like line dancing kind of thing, or
I don't know. It was way back in the 50s and 60s, and I didn't understand their culture as much as I would have liked to, but it was like a big deal. It was like a big tourist trap out there that had a restaurant and a bar and roller rink and the dance hall and all this stuff. And then one night it's just poof, it all burned down. So
just like that, it was gone.
Yeah. And the old Highway 66 tourist traps like that were a big deal at the time, during their heyday. But yeah.
So Freddie, what Jody's hearing is you grew up in a footloose town. Pretty much, sort of, except they didn't keep us from dancing. But ironically enough, there's still a law on the books in Henrietta, Oklahoma, where dancing is not allowed in the city limits. It hasn't been enforced in many, many years, but they don't hold a lot of dances either. Yeah.
So Jody's comment was correct. You grew up in a footloose town.
Well, I grew up in my career anyway.
We have breaking news. KB5 UTY Dave. That's one down, Tim.
What?
Yeah. You want to give away a Seed Studio L1 Pro? Go for it. Hey, we might as well. What's an L1 Pro? You can see I'm on top of the world now.
I do believe Tim has an L1 Pro.
I do. It's
sure. This is my friend.
This beautiful guy right here. Let me
embiggen yourself.
Oh no! I almost hit the get out of here button.
Don't do that.
So this is the L1 Pro, and so it's got a display on it. It's got controls that you can do it. Now this is an Alley Cat case, I believe.
Yes, it is. It's not the original case.
Yes, it's not the original case, but Seed Studio. It's beautiful. Nice device. Battery lasts a long time.
Dave, thank you very much for that gesture. We will definitely give one away, and we appreciate it, buddy. Mesh Dealer Dave.
Mesh Dealer Dave. All right. Well, we've got 84 in the stream here and 39. So we're going to draw here in just a couple minutes.
Get in there and vote early, vote often, folks.
That's right.
Boy, howdy. I've been running all stinking day. I don't know what it is about Redivus and springtime, but I guess the Chinese love springtime about having a nice sale because between TID Radio and Redivus, gee whiz, they sent me 6 FRS radios, 4 GMRS radios, a pair of different brands or different models. That Redivus 8, I've already forgotten the dead burn model. The one that I had the video drop on tonight that was so screwed up. HA2, the Redivus Islands HA2 with APRS. TID Radio sent me their TDH9, and I have just been busting my backside trying to get videos done to get honest reviews, informative, helpful reviews out for these different radios. And gee whiz, I've got another one done today. Hopefully it doesn't zoom in 112% when I upload it to YouTube. I don't know what was up with that. And
So
those of you
for
that saw
next time, before you set it to Premiere, set it to private mode and watch it on YouTube.
Well, that's the thing. I did watch it before I uploaded it. Every time I upload a video, it automatically goes to private. I mean, I set it automatically to private, but I don't watch it after I upload it.
Yeah, watch it after uploading.
So 2 things you should do. One, you should put it on private. You need to put it on unlisted. That allows the algorithm to crawl it, read it, and go through so it gets you in there. But 2, to Frank's point, you can watch it and make sure it's going to present well through the various clients. I always do that before.
The one guy, and I can't remember who it is, it's a channel that I've been watching about how to promote your videos, tell me to set everything private first and don't release it right away.
Well, yeah, but it needs to be on unlisted, not private.
Yeah.
If it's on private, they won't crawl it.
Basically, on the back end, it's the same thing. Unlisted is private, but YouTube can crawl it in unlisted, where they can't really in quotes do that in private mode. So that's the key difference there.
Yeah, and if you want to share it with somebody, you can without having to go in and do that.
These review videos, I've been, well, not all of them, just the ones they're really worried about. I leave it unlisted so they can view them ahead of time. But it's only mainly to add links to it more than anything.
Yeah. It says Freddie Mac just became famous on the GMRS repeater. Yeah. So they showed your video on the your GMRS repeater on their live stream.
Oh, sweet. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate that. I love me some GMRS.
There you go.
I've got a GMRS repeater up here in Henrietta and one in Okmulgee, our county seat. It's on the courthouse. It does really, really well. And another one that I built that belongs to a friend of mine on the north end of the county. So those Motorola's make great little repeaters.
Hey, as a GMRS connoisseur as yourself, actually, I'm going to pull the trigger real quick on this one. Are you okay, 43?
I am.
All right.
You snooze, you lose.
All right. I don't know this guy.
Rigged.
No way, rigged.
I think I know this guy.
Yeah.
K3JR3? No, Z.
K3JRZO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What color you want, Jeff?
He wants orange. He wants the orange. He knows he wants the orange.
You want the orange?
Only to flash it in Tim's face when you
Yeah, get the orange.
All right. I got Jeff down for the orange.
Mine's orange too, with the belt clip.
I did the orange by mistake, but after I printed it, I'm like, man, I'm really glad I did the orange because if you drop it, you could see it. But I also like the OD green, so it'll blend in with my bag better. And I don't know, I'm weird that way.
I think I'm going to reprint this in translucent. I
haven't tried translucent filaments.
Glow in the dark film.
I said that before. It is translucent already. It is translucent. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
I think I used all my translucent.
Good night, Pepe.
Good night,
Bye,
Pepe. Have a good one.
Yep.
Adios.
So, being a big connoisseur of GMRS, did you see Jason's video on it? He was talking about another streamer's GMRS stance on GMRS and MCOM versus ham radio. And
yeah.
Oh my God. I don't think that guy was even a licensed ham. And if he was, he probably was licensed as tech 10 years ago and never touched it ever. So he has this warped reality of how things are. Because Jason kept on correcting him. It's like, nope, that's wrong. Nope, that's wrong. Oh, depends on your area. Nope, that's wrong. Nope, that's wrong. And I watched it. I'm like, I don't think I could actually watch this guy's video without doing the same thing.
It's tough. I've been catching a lot of Jason's stuff on podcasts lately as I'm driving. There's only so much I can watch at home. I try to keep up with everybody's stuff, but the fact that he has the audio strip podcast really helped me out with keeping up. And of course, the whole GMRS saga has been the highlight of his podcast reel.
Hey, Freddie. I
Sir.
know this is your show, but Vince has to drop here shortly. Can we turn it to Vince for a second?
Turn it to Vince.
Vince,
5
what do you got
seconds.
coming up? Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I actually have a video coming up. What a concept! You'll see some videos coming out for me in the next week or so. Thanks, Frank, for dropping the link to my channel. I still have more shooter kits for sale. You can go to ve6lk.com/shop and you'll see them there. Freddie, my friend, my dear friend, congratulations on 10,000. Well done.
Thank you, sir. And I tell you what, it's the same as the rest of you, though. But Vince, I'm a better man for knowing you. I've thoroughly
likewise.
enjoyed our relationship. Thanks, buddy.
Likewise, buddy. Okay, good night, guys. See you later.
All right.
Later.
Good night,
Good night.
Vince.
And
Thank
then
God he
there were
left.
4.
All right, we're auditioning for that 5th spot, guys.
Yeah, we're taking $20 super chats.
There you go.
You know, Mesh Dealer Dave's name has been said like 5 times now. He knows where the link is.
Who? Who?
Mesh Dealer Dave.
Yeah. His,
Uh-huh.
KB5 UPY.
yeah, I got a
Frank,
copy of his
Frank.
writer, Frank. He said that he cannot be on stream with anybody from California, that it violates his sovereign rights as a Texan.
It's a
Well,
Texas.
you see, it's a good thing I'm in Oregon.
Well, you're
I'm
from
not in California.
Oh
But
well,
you got a
see,
6 call though.
yeah, you're a transplant.
Yeah,
Ah.
you're-
Rare transplant.
But I'm not. Let's see where is that button?
how does California tax your employment both in California and Oregon?
They don't. They do it through the federal government because
Oh man,
we're federally regulated. Everything goes through that.
they know everything you do.
There we go. Problem solved. I am 7-land because technically that is the club I started.
Oh,
So I'm
Well,
not a 6-lander.
But that's not your call sign, Frank.
But it is on paperwork.
You need to go back with a stroke K7 or whiskey 7 on your call sign.
so are you
Yeah.
changing your call sign, or is that your old call sign?
No, this is my club call sign.
Oh, your club call. That's
Yeah,
the one
this
you
is club
confused me
call.
with that day.
Yep. I was like, Freddie, I got a second call for you. Like, oh, what?
I'm like, I know this voice. I've always been pretty good about audible recognition, but if you throw a different ID at me, I'm off the rails. Totally
Well,
off the rails.
We were like 4-4 both ways, so it was not a good
Yeah, I tell you what.
Anyway,
The contacts I make in California from here, and my antenna is always in the same orientation. I need to move it around when I go out to the POTA park. But California is always weak to me. But man, I can get Georgia, Alabama, Florida, like crazy. And for some reason, Canada. Canada's had no problem. I can get a lot
I
of
have
stations.
straight pipeline to British Columbia for me.
Yeah, it's just,
Absolute straight pipeline.
but yeah, it's just, but I go towards California, and I've got a few New Mexico, Arizonas, but they're always a little weak. And if I do get a California, it's horrible, and it's hard to pull them in. So I'm gonna
Probably
have
in that sweet spot there where you're just right on the edge of that first top.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Corky James has it right. California is weak because California is weak.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Well, I'd like to get more stations out there. I'm gonna work on that though. Coming soon. Let's give away this OD
Alrighty.
seed tracker holder casing thingy.
I can do that.
I tell you what, these things are just nifty.
Uh-oh. Look who has entered the building. Baby. There we go. Come on.
Dave!
I was making dinner and I got my ice cream now.
Oh, ice cream. What flavor?
Mm.
Cookies and cream with
Cookies and
fresh
cream.
cut, chopped up strawberries and chocolate syrup.
Dang. You're going all out. Is it your birthday?
He's
Friday.
celebrating.
Friday.
He's celebrating for you, Freddie Mac.
And that's what it is.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll fax me one later.
So Freddie, you know what it really is? Those fresh strawberries from Circle 6.
Yep.
Circle 6. What's Circle 6?
Fern and Renee's place.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. Man, I tell you what, I'm not as hip as I like to be.
Dave got all the good food there.
That's what I'm saying.
It's gonna be my home for a couple months. So
Sweet.
yeah.
And I tell you what, I always like a good hot piece of apple pie
Oh yeah.
with
Some
some
vanilla
vanilla
ice cream.
or cookies and cream, maybe some chocolate chip ice cream.
So here's the this is the hard hitting question here.
It is Bluebell.
Bluebell. Okay.
Bluebell homemade ice cream.
Right.
Almost do that whole jingle. Don't get me wrong, I love me some Brahms ice cream.
And then William's following it up with Poteet strawberries.
Yes, it is.
Mm.
It's all Texas right here.
Oh, Texas. So, all right. Well, I'm ready to put this one up here. Let me. Hopefully, I spelled everything correctly. We'll see how that goes.
Mean green.
Mean green. Well, it was green, right? What's that?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do it then.
It's printed in PET G, so it's not going to melt in the sun like my. I printed a case for my Laura T-beam, and all I had was PET G, or all I had was PLA, and I thought I'll just be careful with it, and then I left it on the dash of my truck. Yeah, I had to cut it out of there, and then I reprinted me a nice case in PET G. So far, so good. It hasn't melted yet. I don't know why, but I was having a lot of issues at first with this printer and PET G. But I think I've got the settings tweaked enough, and I changed my engineering plate over one of those cool super tack plates, and it's just been phenomenal. But if you don't get to your print quick enough after it's done, you may not get it off of that thing. If it has a chance to cool all the way down, it sticks on there so bad. I actually scarred one of my plates. I had to get another one.
Really?
But I've since discovered those plastic razor blades. Have you seen those? Those things are phenomenal for getting these things off there without damaging your plate.
Is that designed for just smooth plates, or
will
they work with the textured ones too?
The razor blade?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're designed for. Somebody turned them on to me for something else completely, and I had them in one of my little go boxes, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try one of those.
Just used
they're perfect.
the one that came with the printer, but I printed this handle that actually clips right onto the handle.
And you know what, I had so much success right at the very beginning with the plate that came with it is a texture plate. Right. It's a bamboo, and I had so much good luck for the first 10 prints, and then after that nothing would stick to it. And that's when I read the directions finally and discovered, it's probably a good idea to clean this thing once in a while.
Dawn dish soap.
And that's exactly what I got for it. And I go up there and scrub it down and rinse it really, really good, scald in hot water, and dry it out on paper towel and not touch it with my hands. I've been using rubber gloves and the whole 9 yards, and I've had a lot more success with it. But in my frustration, I ordered that super tack plate, and you have to wash it way less.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you have a print that you're trying to get a really good surface on, the previous print before it will kind of ghost onto that print a little bit. If you're really worried about the finish, you'll want to wash it in between prints. But a lot of the stuff I'm printing is utilitarian. I really don't care.
Right.
A question came up in the chat. So with the cold plate, are you flexing it? Or the ones you say that get stuck to it? Are you flexing the plate?
Oh, flexing it. I thought you said flux. I'm like,
well, no, that too.
My solder, but no.
Yeah.
I do now more than I did, because I realized later that it's very, very flexible, and flexing the plate has helped a lot. But if I have something with a very large surface, it is not as effective, and I've just got to be careful. I've actually broke one thing that I printed, but I attribute some of that to leaving it on the plate too long.
You just gotta, I mean, bend it.
Yes.
Right? Even if it's something big, these things they'll take it.
They were way more flexible than I gave them credit for.
Yeah. If you let it cool down, especially with like Pet G, if you let it cool down on the plate and then flex, it'll pop right off.
Pop right off. Okay. And I'm learning more with the Pet G now because I printed so much with PLA because it was cheap and I'm kind of finding my way. But man,
well,
I'm having fun now.
Texas heat PLA just doesn't last.
No, it don't.
Pet G, so far, the Pet G HF from Bamboo has been able to stand up to accidentally leaving stuff in the truck and everything else. So the Pet G HF from Bamboo, when it's available,
I've noticed they're out of stock a lot on a bunch of different things. And if you can catch a sale from them, if you buy it in bulk, do it.
Buy 4 rolls and everything drops by like 20%.
Yeah, totally worth it. And I can't remember, might have gotten free shipping. I don't remember now.
I think it's over $100 you get free shipping too.
Yeah. It's got to be up there, but and overall you're not doing wrong. You're getting a good deal.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and ready to pull the pull the pickle.
Might as well. This one's green.
Yep.
Randy Nestor.
Nice.
Oh, hang on.
Ooh, we got sound effects. Randy, if you will send me a email at KD5FMU Kilo Delta 5 Foxtrot Mike Uniform at gmail.com with your handle there and say, hey, I won the green seed tracker Molly case. I'll send it to you, sir, as long as you're not in Australia or the UK somewhere. I tell you what, it's crippling almost to ship something that small to Australia. Gee whiz.
Yeah. And I think that's not even the taxes. That's just shipping to Australia.
Straight up shipping. And I had to drive it to North Tulsa to a DHL station just to get that rate because, oh my God, UPS wanted an astronomical amount. It was crazy. Crazy.
All right. So, old ham radio Crusader would give advice to the new ham radio Crusader. What do you think your breakout video was when you really got noticed?
Ironically enough, it was the Baofeng UV17 Pro GPS in black. That was my most watched video for the longest time until I released the almost 3 years ago. It'll be 3 years in June or 2. No, wait a minute. I don't want to do this wrong. 5/26. So it's 2 years ago in June. I released the All Starlink 3 version is released video. The guys at All Starlink got with me ahead of time. It's like, hey, we're going to be doing a new release on a new version and we want to emphasize it and get the word out there. Do you want to do the video? I'm like, I couldn't say yes fast enough. But that UV17 Pro GPS video that I did, it was a really popular radio. I guess it was Baofeng's first with a GPS module, I guess, because it shares its GPS location with other models. It's really kind of a cool setup. And then it gives you bearing and azimuth to the direction of the radio. But it was the top of my charts for the longest time. And then after the ASL 3 video got released within a year, it beat this one. Finally, I'm like, that makes me feel a little bit better. But a lot of my subsequent videos under that were one I did about the Quanchang, about its little hidden menu, and then everything else was all Starlink customizations and twerks and install stuff and things like that. It was just, oh my gosh, it snowballed. But if I could go back and tell myself do something better, it would be turn off that damn music. God, I screwed myself with so much bad music. Of course, it was free, and I just wanted to try to hold folks' attention, but I'm almost deaf, and everybody else can hear it better than me. And I always had the music too loud. It was awful music. Some of them I re-released without music.
So YouTube did a thing where they will go in and jack with your audio to make it
Thank you.
hear better or sound better. And there's a setting that you can go in and turn off so it does not do that to your videos.
And I think I finally have done that, but it was like 2 years too late.
Exactly.
But
Well, there's a lot of crotchety old people that watch YouTube videos and then like to bitch about everything.
well, yeah,
That's
get
just
back
the reality.
for
And
that.
yeah, in one ear and out the other. They'll get upset because you don't use your call sign in the video every 10 minutes. And
And that's another thing. There's a few videos I went back and watched. I never said my call sign once. I'm like, Fred, it probably help these folks know who you are a little bit, or because you get a call sign like, oh, I can remember that and look them up later, kind of a thing. But
yeah,
it is what it is. I try to do better in a lot of different things, but for the most part now, I just try not to make them too long. But if I want to, like this Redivus HA2, I'm really excited about this radio, and I want to share about as much as I can. So I have 2 videos that are 30 minutes long.
Mhm.
But there's going to be people that want to know, because there's a few quirks out there about getting that firmware upgraded that you really need to know about, because you've got to upgrade the actual firmware, and then you got to upgrade the APRS firmware. I'm sorry, the Bluetooth firmware. There's 2 firmware upgrades you got to do, and they have you do it in a really out of the way that we weren't accustomed to, but figured it out. But it's just things like that. I don't like to make those videos very long, because you lose folks' attention pretty quick, especially if they don't want to know.
Yeah. What you got, Dave?
Dave's muted.
Hang on.
Yeah, I am. Okay.
I-
I love mine. My HA2.
I'm telling you, I'm just excited about. Did you do both firmware upgrades?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did both firmware upgrades. I did get it to work with APRS on an Android.
The Bluetooth KISS TNC.
Right.
Yes, I was. Of course, I got it to do the tracker, and then I got the Bluetooth to KISS TNC figured out.
But the audio on this thing is really good.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing, because I'm a little hard of hearing, but it is what it is. But the audio was amazing. As a matter of fact, my wife, I left it on the other night. My home node is set to connect to the PSRG net in Puget Sound Repeater Group in Seattle every night. Of course, at my time, when they come on, it's 11 p.m. I had fell asleep in my chair, and then I got up and went to bed. And my wife's waking me up a couple hours later. Hey, you left the radio on in the living room. And it's the PSRG net coming over the HA2. It's like, oh, crap. And it's loud.
And the battery life is pretty good. I can go a day or two just receiving.
The GPS on.
Yeah.
I was shocked how well it did. Of course, it's not a weak battery. It's got a little thickness to it.
Yeah.
But did you ever get the HA1G from them, the Islands HA1G? I ended up with 2 of those. I bought one real cheap from them to do a review on, and then they sent me another one like 6-8 months later so I could do a side-to-side comparison. It's the exact same chassis, except they fixed this one, the HA1G. If you set it down, it would fall over, because the 2 little legs on the back of the battery were angled. They were either poor material or whatever. But they got this one fixed. Dude, you set it down, it's staying upright. It feels like a public safety radio.
It does. Yeah. It's got a good feel to it. But it feels good in your hand.
Exactly. And that's important, especially to me. You want to give away this Baofeng UV17 Pro GPS?
You want to save that one for last and do this next?
We can do yours next as well. It doesn't matter to me. I'm easy, because we got a full size All-Star Link node to give away.
Oh, that's right. That's the big boy. Never mind. Either way.
It don't matter to me either way.
Well, I had the mesh thing queued up, but
Go ahead. Let's do it.
you know, okay. So let's see here.
And it's a Seed Studio brand, right?
Correct.
L1.
L1 Pro. It's the Wheel Tracker L1 Pro.
Awesome.
All
Awesome.
right. Bang, mesh dealer Dave.
There you go.
That's perfect. Oh, Lordy.
No, it doesn't have the Alley Cat case. It has the stock case, but this is the guy right here.
I'm totally excited. I appreciate the donation for the giveaway. That means a lot, man. It means a lot. Mestastic in our second.
Tim,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't bang exclamation mark not hashtag?
Yeah, whatever. You guys know what I meant.
Figure it
It's
out.
number Meshtastic Dave or Mesh
right.
Dave.
Yeah.
Number. It's all good. Look, I'm on my 27th cup of coffee today, guys.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
Oh, it is that we're going to compare coffee counts? Okay. 4 24-ounce Red Bulls, 3
You know, I heard a lot of static on the
Not a live stream if we can't get no loose Frank
Oh.
ones.
Yeah, no, I've been up since 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Something.
Oh Lord, son.
and
Sleep
I
what?
have to go through until tomorrow morning. So Yeah.
Brew some more. I drink coffee from the time I woke up all the way through lunch today. That's pretty good for me.
I usually get a couple cups in the morning, but I've been finding that I've been drinking it again in the evening, just a cup.
Yeah, like I will do one like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, kind of settle down from after lunch, but no more than one usually. But today I was so all over the place trying to get a bunch of things done. I just kept right on drinking coffee, that is. And I'm stuck on these Perry Mason reruns. I don't know why I got stuck back on Perry Mason.
It's called retirement, Freddie Mac.
I guess. I don't know. I didn't used to care so much for the Perry Mason shows, you know, that you'd always have one TV station that just played them over and over.
Mhm, yeah.
Now I've got the Paramount channel and I can watch it whenever I want.
Are you watching Gunsmoke too? And
No, you think I would be. My dad was the biggest Gunsmoke fan in the world, but I just didn't want to watch it. I don't know why. After being in the line of work that I was in for so long, you wouldn't think it, but I love lawyer shows. Have you seen any of the Lincoln Lawyer series that's on? I think is that Paramount?
I have not.
Oh my gosh, that is such a good show. And
I've seen the show. Didn't they have a movie too, though?
yeah, that Matthew McConaughey did the movie, but this guy's totally different dude. I can't remember his name, but it's modern day Los Angeles. And dude, somebody's a good writer, or they may have a team of writers for all I know. That's a good show.
Not a Taylor Sheridan show.
No.
That guy seems to be all over the place on
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, Taylor Sheridan has some very good shows.
Yeah.
But he can go from one end of the spectrum to the other.
Yes, you can.
But and oh yeah, 1888 was one of my favorites. I loved that show.
we got a Matlock and a Rockford Files in the chat.
Oh yeah, we watched all of the new Matlock. I swore I wasn't going to watch it because it was Kathy Bates as Maddie Matlock, but I watched it anyway, and now we're totally enthralled. I don't know why, but I like lawyer shows.
Got the old school Magnum PI in there.
And Rockford Files.
His short steel shorts that he used to wear with that
Yeah.
orange sash of his.
Oh boy. I always enjoyed Rockford Files and what was the one with Buddy Ebsen?
Buddy Epson.
Jed Clampett, but before he became after he was Jed Clampett, he was a detective.
Not the doctor, because didn't he play a doctor?
He was a doctor too. Oh geez. Barnaby Jones.
Barnaby Jones. There we go.
Yes.
We got a Star Trek in there.
Oh my God.
Uh,
Every episode ever made of every show.
got an Ironside. It's got Night Court. But did anybody see the remake of Night Court, or not the remake, but the continuation of
Continuation. I got to see part of it, but didn't it kill it already?
Probably.
It was kind of sad because I was really getting into it.
So the gal that was in Big Bang Theory, I think she's just
That's right.
She's typecast. All of them were typecast, and
Yeah.
I think
It's going to be hard for them to do anything else.
they are.
BJ and the Bear. Oh yeah, I seen a special on that last night. They were talking about the old trucks from the show, BJ and the Bear, and they were locating. Some people were locating them and buying the old trucks, trying to restore them.
Oh, and the Fall Guy.
Oh my gosh!
A-Team, Fall Guy. Did you guys watch the A-Team movie that was out? I don't know, 20 years ago or something like that.
I haven't watched it yet.
It was pretty good. I liked it.
I loved the show. Loved it. I didn't. You were nobody if you missed that show when it was airing in the 80s. You couldn't live your life if you missed the A-Team and Buck Rogers and the Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh, and Airwolf. Yeah, Airwolf. That was a good one.
Airwolf. Oh my gosh. Yes.
And you can't, at this point, you can't forget MacGyver.
No, Lord, no. And that's what they called me. It was my nickname at work, was MacGyver, because I could, I tried to be clever like MacGyver and fix things with a little bit of nothing because we had a very low budget and you just tried to do the best you could do.
All right. So I see 59 entries and at least 71 watching on the mainstream. I don't know how many over on the vertical. Yeah.
Run with it, baby.
Yep.
This is for the C Studio L1 Pro.
Yeah.
Oh, rigged.
Freddie, I'm good on the Z, so.
I got Frank's address already saved.
All right, just give it. Frank, send me your address so I can get it.
I'm good on the Z, Dave, but I'll send it in Discord. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Dave, you do have the final say on that particular one.
I know.
Okay,
it is what it is. It's Freddie's show. I'm just here.
I'm good because we got a few more things to give away as well. So yeah, but Frank, it's a good opportunity.
Chat's saying ham it forward.
This is a good opportunity to Frank to do a nice review that everybody could benefit from. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
and he does not have to solder anything. Which
exactly.
Is a benefit.
Do you understand how many Discord messages I'm going to get now from Frank about this thing?
You're both are going to be so popular.
Hey, Dave, have we showed you how to block people in Discord?
Hey, Tim.
Yes.
Ham it forward.
Oh.
I was going to stick by that anyway. I just had to go a little bit with chat there. Ham it forward, please.
Redraw.
All right, chat, take back every bad thing you guys ever said about Frank. All right, here we go. We're drawing again.
Do, 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 do. Oh, I like that one, the Brocam.
NHB. Congratulations.
Now we need to know if you're good on Zed.
That's right.
November 8th, Papa, Hotel Victor. I'm still having my old phonetics creep back into my brain. And it's a constant retrain, dude. Because normally that was Nancy 8, Paul Henry Victor. And
that's okay, but I'm sure somebody will email you and tell you how you're wrong.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
I'll just start, Freddie, for you. That's personalized plate, Nancy 8, Papa Henry Victor. Yes, I know I missed them, but
personalized plate. We call them personalized plates or special issue.
Yeah, out here it's personalized plates.
Yeah, because Oklahoma we have vanity plates or personalized plates, but we also have specialty plates. And I don't know why they do that, but
NHPHV says they're good on the Z.
All right, I got it.
I think the specialty plates are the ones for like the universities and the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts and all those things.
Yeah. They even have them for emergency management, police officers, sheriff's deputies. And don't get me wrong, I'm proud of. I was very proud of my profession, but I didn't want that on my personal car.
Right.
No, I've got a, yeah.
So I love it's scrolling quickly, but N8PHV came back with the nickname for his call sign that Elmer gave him. Name 8 pretty happy virgins.
And that's what ham radio will get you.
It sure will.
Hmm.
Oh boy,
Watch out.
you gotta love it.
Freddie, the one that gets me for license plates is there's one here in Sonoma County, and it is retired and their call sign on the radio. So I know which department it was, and it was it was blank Adam blank. So you know they
One Adam 12. Dude, that show made me want to do what I did all those years.
Oh, for this one, it was for Adam, and I won't say much more than that because I don't want to dox them just in case.
So for you, it was what, emergency then? Is that?
It was Dragnet first.
Dragnet, okay.
And then Adam 12.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Just the facts.
Yeah.
And of course, I wanted to be Pete Malloy. He was like the model police officer, in my opinion.
So for you, it was those, and for me, it was Top Gun.
Ah, see, and Top Gun grabbed me too. I was going to be a fighter pilot in the freaking Navy. And then the recruiter looked at me amongst everybody in the class, since I was wearing glasses, and said, "You have to have 20/20 uncorrected vision to be a fighter pilot." I'm like, well, screw you. I'm going to go in public service.
Steve throwing the TJ Hooker in there.
Oh yeah, that was another good one.
And SWAT. SWAT's another one.
We loved SWAT. My dad loved the streets of San Francisco. And
Jason's talking my language here. McHale's Navy.
McHale's Navy.
Yeah. PT Boat Squadron.
And Dad watched Hawaiian 5-0. We all know it was Hawaii 5-0, but my dad called it we got to watch Hawaiian 5-0. He loved old Pat McGarrett. Or Steve McGarrett. I'm sorry.
Steve McGarrett,
the coolest man on television in the 1970s. Okay.
And the scenery was the best.
Oh, Lord. The intro was the best.
I'll just say this. That's the first best Steve, The second best is a KM9G.
KM9G. Man, he helped me on a video today. Of course, I gave him credit in the video. I'll wait for that to drop and let y'all find it yourself. But, dude, huge help. Huge help.
What color is that? What color is that boof wing?
It is, I'm going to call it midnight orange.
It looks reddish to me.
It does in this color, but I'm going to promise you, this is Florida orange.
Florida orange. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it Florida orange, or is it midnight orange, or is it blood orange, or which orange?
I don't know the shades of orange, but this sucker is orange. I know on the show, on the screen, it looks red, but it is not. I assure you.
Orange.
Okay.
But it works very, very well. I think it even does 220. But it doesn't take long for the GPS to acquire, and it will share its location with other UV17 Pro GPSs, maybe a few other models. There's some home brew firmware versions out there for this sucker as well. It's just not one that I stayed with. I moved on to other radios. There's a few radios that I'll hang on to and dwell on, but this just wasn't one of them. It's a good radio. It's just not one that I wanted to dwell on. This sucker's orange.
This sucker is orange.
It reminds me of that phrase is, this sucker is nuclear. Oh, man. I didn't know what a DeLorean was until Back to the Future came out.
Damn.
Never even heard of one. And
I think they were probably fairly new when the movie came out.
Yeah, they were like, they weren't long lived, were they?
No. The guy had a cocaine problem.
Yeah.
Cocaine.
Let's make this awesome car and do cocaine. And then they don't make the car anymore. Kind of reminded me of the old Tucker torpedo. One hit one.
There's some investment group that has bought all of that, and they're putting the cars together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the website
For the DeLorean or for the Tucker?
For the DeLorean.
Well, the Tucker would have been cooler. Don't get me wrong. The DeLorean's very cool.
DeLorean.com. They're still making some cars or they have designs.
That's awesome. Man, I wanted one of those cars after that movie came out. What do you call those doors? What's that type of door that come up like that?
Gullwing.
Going. Yeah.
Gull-
Gullwing
yeah.
doors. Gullwing.
Gullwing, like seagull.
Gull. That's still yet. It was just coolest thing I ever seen.
That's probably where they picked it. It was a futuristic looking car.
Oh yeah, and it's what is it? Stainless steel body.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good idea. They ought to make them electric. Electric
Yeah, right.
DeLoreans. That would be a cool twist.
There's
And autonomous.
there was a I think I talked to, I can't remember whose stream I was on, but I was talking about there's a group out in California that does conversions, EV conversions.
Oh, wow.
West Coast EVs or something like that. And they take a lot of older cars, VWs, buses, things like that, and convert them over to EV. And there's the typical Southern California, style vehicles and everything. It's really cool. But yeah, I could see doing one of those DeLoreans in that.
The local college up in our county seat, it's like a technical college.
Mm-hmm.
They took it was a little Toyota truck, cut it down the middle, made it a little narrower, took out the engine transmission, put a big electric motor on the rear differential, and put a ton of batteries under the hood. And it was an honest to goodness electric car. But if you sat in there with somebody else, you got to know them really, really well because you were shoulder to shoulder. So they were trying to take some of the weight out of it, I guess. But they only drove it around campus. It was kind of a promotional deal because they had an automotive class out there for a while. I don't think it exists anymore. I may be wrong about that. So they do a bunch of different stuff. They used to send people there to do watch repair for Rolex and a bunch of other big companies for the longest time.
Well, as I live and breathe, Mitch Martin, WU1Q, is in the Ham Radio Kids Table chat. Usually I have to drag him kicking and screaming into the YouTube chat, and he's here naturally. Hi, Mitch.
Please tell me he's here to make fun of you, Frank.
Tim, yes. I'm his Elmer, he's my Elmer, so it works out. But yeah, no, I usually have to text him and be like, "Hey, we're doing this live stream later. Stop by if you want."
Come on by.
And I didn't even have time to do that today, and here he is.
Well, thank you for coming, Mitch.
Yeah. Propam Paul says he saw one of those new VW buses. They're actually.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen one there too.
There's one in Alton Mogi.
Yeah, they look like a cool minivan.
It's like the old chartreuse microbus.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I don't think maybe they're campers. I haven't really looked at it. I've just seen it on the highway around here.
Yep. It's true Farfignugan.
Farfignugan.
And Corky QRP says this sucker is definitely not orange.
Dude, I promise you, I know it. Every time I hold it up on the camera, it's like, that is totally red. But I am looking at it with my bare eyes, and it is orange.
So,
well, Freddie, we already know your prescription is bad because you couldn't read the other screen. So,
well, ain't that the truth?
So I don't know if James, Corky QRP James, sent me a message the other day, and he's like, "Make sure you go to your PO box and get the package." And I did, and I opened it up, and it was the theme of today's video, which was obviously April Fool's Day. So didn't say much, but it was a tactical Bofang Picatinny rail mount and
Picatinny
rail mount, and so I made a video. James has put something up too, and I don't know how many others. He may have sent that too, but I definitely had some fun with April Fools. And I'd been thinking about trying to do something, and I got busy and didn't have anything in mind. And then all of a sudden this showed up, but he didn't tell me what it was. I didn't get it until, what was it, like Saturday or something like that. And I open it up, I look at it, I'm like, oh, this is going to be too fun.
Well, I know a certain K5YVY put it on live stream last night.
Man, I wish I.
Why did he go and do that?
Because he wanted to show it off.
But it's April Fool's.
Joe Brett's Joe Brett.
Unless he
got in under the wire.
I don't know. Maybe James is intending to sell that on a quirky. I mean, it is a quirky QRP.
It's on the quirky QRP store, and dude, the pictures he's got with it strapped onto like a 3D printed pistol.
Yeah,
awesome.
Awesome idea.
I agree.
Yeah, I wished I was going to do something for April Fool's this year, but I got engulfed in all these other projects and totally let it get by me. Dang it.
April Fool's Day?
Yeah, I was going to do a gag. I got a little bit of something.
Darn, I forgot again. Darn.
Yeah. Oh man, you're like, darn it.
It's like 8 years in a row now.
I don't do that.
Well, we're up to 52 entries here. Got 100 in the chat.
What? 100 people in the chat? They came for the giveaway.
Yeah.
What they usually do, Freddie.
Yeah.
And who here saw Mike's video today?
I did. Dadgummit.
Mike and Michael, they both did the same thing.
I've been on the road, so I got home just in time to
Platinum paid versions of Parks on the Air accounts.
Yeah,
somebody takes
that and you could do POTA in any park, county parks, city parks, playground park.
POTAPlatinum.com.
POTAPlatinum.com.
They set up a whole site and everything. And Steve Jones, no, these are not April Fool's jokes. All these giveaways are legit and real.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the trigger here.
Do it to it. Prove it.
All right. Boom.
We are rolling. I see Bill in there. Hey, Bill. I hadn't forgot you, Bill. I'll have your stickers ready to come. Hey. Who needs a Baofang?
Now I'm starting to wonder. We talked smack about Frank wins. Talk a little smack about James. Now, I'm wondering if the AI bot's listening.
Hey, they could be.
What do you think?
And Freddie, if James isn't good on QRZ, I know where he lives, so I can just drop it off.
He's like the easiest guy in the world to get a hold of. And nobody deserves this better than James. Totally can get some use of it, especially in California.
Look at Brookhouse. He's over there saying conspiracy.
But James turned right back around. Look at what he just said. Since he won, he'll donate a mammoth POTA map for the giveaway right now.
All right. Ooh, those are awesome. I still have mine to show off. It's in a video that I haven't even released yet. And I'm telling you what, I'm never losing this thing. That is the best POTA mat I have ever had in my life.
Mm-hmm. It's great.
Covers the entire table.
Exactly my point.
Tim is just doing this live.
James Hannibal, you're one of a kind. You're a man among men. Except for your dad. He's probably a little bit better. He's a cool guy.
So, yeah, Gary, you were just lucky, super lucky with the first one. The rest of the smack talking, that's all dumb luck.
There we go.
Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect. That thing came in the mail. I enrolled it. I was totally aghast. Aghast. I don't know how you say that. But I'm like, exactly the first thing I thought of. It fits the entire table.
Yep.
And sometimes you can get those park tables that are like a wire mesh top and things can fall through it.
Yeah, that's a great use case.
Or they got wood rickety one.
Or bird poop.
Yeah.
You don't want bird poop. You don't want bird poop on your radio.
No, I do not.
No.
I fought hard and long to save the money for that radio, dude. my FTD X10 is my favorite, but HF rig. But I also have an ICOM IC706 Mark II-G that looks a little rough, but it works. And I literally got this thing for $200, and it's just a perfect little radio.
I kind of an urge for an ICOM 7000.
Yeah, they were talking about those the other night. And I looked at it. I'm like, that doesn't look bad.
So
Yeah.
I have been reminded as to why Kenwood hasn't come out with anything lately.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm
give me
reading
a
the comment.
second. I have to pull it up. I have to do like 3 things to get it up on screen here. So give me a second. But I was reminded as to why Kenwood hasn't been working on anything. They were waiting to release, and it is coming out later this month, the TS 1090S.
TS 1090S. That sounds
Yes.
like a tax return.
Tim, do you want to bring up my screen real quick? My thing, my image.
And big in him.
Yeah, and big in me.
Can I? There we go.
This is the latest coming out of Kenwood.
Winley, WSJT. It's just an April Fool's joke.
Now, if you believe this, Freddie, look at what it's running.
Windows.
Yeah, I noticed that in the 2 VFO knobs. And I'm like, what?
No, if that had been Debian 13, I would have believed it. Windows
No,
10.
it's
Yeah.
really, but scroll back underneath the bottom left corner there of
Three
the
VFOs.
chassis. Is that USB-C?
No,
No, those are A.
Just USB-A.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, Callum came out with that for April's Fools like 3 years ago. And it was awesome.
So, did you guys see his video on Stonehenge?
Mm-mm.
I
And
did.
noise reduction. That was actually really good. That was well thought out. I mean, I knew obviously it was most likely a April Fool's joke, but it was well laid out. It was pretty well. And I think 2-3 years ago, Hayden did one too on some proposed or FCC ruling that came out as breaking kind of news thing, and he did it perfect, deadpan, and it was great.
I tell you what, Callum can put a video together,
He can.
Yeah, you can.
and he's hilarious. I try to troll some of his live streams when I can, and try to make a funny joke that he can't really comment on, but it makes him giggle, and it's totally worth it. Totally worth it. He's all right.
He trolls you while
He probably does.
you're trolling him. While you're trying to troll him, he's trolling you.
Does he ever make any of the shows on this side of the pond?
Not without scheduled timing well ahead of time to make it happen. And Freddie, just in case you haven't been watching chat tonight, I've been dropping your link like every 15 minutes. So you should have, if they haven't subscribed already, I'd suspect at least another 10 or 15 new subs tonight alone.
Well, and any and all of them are appreciated. Everybody, I can't tell you enough how awesome this ride has been. And yeah, we've probably gone up 10 subs since the start of the stream. And wow, it's just wow. Especially since I've hit 10. It's just like, oh my gosh, there's more and more every day. And then now I'm getting these obscure emails, not necessarily obscure, but there's emails from companies that want me to review things that are not ham radio related. And one of them wants to send me a 8-channel home camera security system that's wired. I'm like, number one, I don't want a wired system unless I have somebody else install it. And I'm not ready to install it yet to this place that we're in. I'll review it. So I just don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pull the trigger here.
Do it.
Up to 60.
See a lot of familiar call signs in there and names.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's Dave. Dave needs one really bad. I'm going to see Dave next month. This month. This is now April, so this month.
We'll be seeing Dave here in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
At Ozark Fairgrounds in Springfield, Missouri for the More Expo. So, yeah, awesome. So,
wait, hold on. James says Dave already has one. Hillbilly Dave.
Are you gonna ham it forward?
Ham it
Ham it
forward.
forward.
He
He
says
says.
ham it forward.
All right.
Ham it forward.
Thank you, Dave. Ooh, who will win the big mammoth Potomat? The Brocam.
All right.
I love that one. Your hand you already broke.
Yep.
Congratulations, Andrew. So, Andrew, if you don't know how to get a hold of James, I'll link you guys up on Discord so that you can work it out.
There you go.
Yep.
Thank
Well,
you,
awesome.
Frank.
And James, thank you. James has been a great supporter of a lot of the amateur radio YouTube channels and giveaways and stuff like that.
Totally.
Frank, if you could make sure to put James's store link in the chat. And
yes, and I won't affiliate link it.
Let's not do that. And if you guys aren't familiar, go check out his store. He's got a lot of cool things, and once again, great friend to the amateur radio community.
I've got several of his shirts, and then I have the Fangoflage phone case.
Look at that.
Oh, dude, I need to get that.
The Fangoflage.
That's
awesome. That's totally awesome.
All right, James and Andrew, both of you have a group DM on Discord.
Get your address over there to him now.
And Andrew says he's already a customer. He's got some great stuff. And Jimmy following it up with Corky QRP is awesome. Well, Jimmy, you haven't met him in person yet because you'll think he's a great guy, but wait till you see his dad. Holy cow, that man is hilarious.
Yeah.
And just so you see where he gets all of his good looks and wit from.
Are you talking about James's dad?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Yes.
I met him at what was that, Huntsville? Or no, Dayton.
Yeah, he was at Dayton last year.
Dayton. Oh my gosh, he's great.
Yep.
We could sit there all night and talk, man.
Yep.
A little bit of backstory on the grand prize giveaway.
Real quick there. Sorry about that.
No.
Jody says James's dad's Corky QRO. I see t-shirts there, James. I see t-shirts for you guys.
Totally. For those of you in the chat tonight that don't know, the grand prize tonight is a homemade All-Starlink node from me that I built. It's from a Motorola CDM 750 UHF mobile radio. It's set for about 10 watts. It can do 40, but it comes. It's one-stop shopping. This thing's got a built-in antenna on the whole 9 yards. I've showed a picture of it earlier, and it connects up with an Anderson power pole. But the thing is, the bonus for the whole thing, if you win this prize tonight, I will set it up for you completely with whatever add-ons that you want. It'd be all Starlink 3. If you want it to be ham VoIP, I'll make it ham VoIP. It's totally up to you. It's dealer's choice. But if you're comfortable with me setting up your all Starlink credentials in the node, I will do that as well. Set up Supermon, Allmon 3, DV Switch, Sky1 Plus. And now we have Announcement Manager if you want to use that. That's an add-on for Allmon 3 and Supermon. Really cool little feature. Just go over there to my GitHub, github.com/KD5FMU, and kind of browse around what extras that you want. This will be a turnkey, full setup. So if you win it tonight, it may not ship for a week or two till I get everything done and ready and packaged up and shipped out to you. So just something to think about. Something to think about.
So I got to say, you did the Announcement Manager, and you did stuff with Jason the other night. And that night, all of a sudden, I started hearing people's weather reports and the time. not at the top of the hour. 2 minutes.
Local people, keep it local.
Yeah, I don't do mine over the network.
Yeah, somebody made a comment. If you comment something out or did something, it was in the
Yeah,
chat.
there is a way to set that to comment to where it will announce out over the network, and whoever you're connected to will hear it.
Yeah.
Not always a desirable setting, but if you're connected to a hub that you're regularly connected to,
Hey, Frank or Freddie, how about the new pasta net?
dude, I laugh every single time I hear that.
Come to the new pasta net.
What is a pasta net? And I'm like, well, it's coming from the Philadelphia area, so I can only imagine it's Italian originated somehow.
And I don't know if it sounds like pasta net. It could be something different, but to
It
me,
may
my
be.
ears hearing is the pasta net.
Well,
into
you
the
know,
new
us
pasta
Italians got to represent somehow. I mean, come on.
You darn tootin', James. I'll set up your banking password for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, you know, if Freddie Mac helps you set up your All-Star password, be prepared that your All-Star password may be on the stall of a Buc-ee's somewhere
Yeah.
in Missouri.
Eventually, it will be.
Yeah.
Oh, Frank, what'd you do with that password? Well, that
It's in private chat.
where'd it go? Oh, there it is. There it is. You see it, Tim? Share it.
I don't see.
Yeah,
It's not I keep calling it a password. It's a phrase, a key phrase.
Oh golly.
No.
Hey, you got to make it work.
Nobody has a thing for Motorola except for you, Frank.
No, I'm a Motorola fanboy myself.
Yeah, I was going to say Freddie's fanboy as well.
I've got a lot of Motorola stuff, and I'm not just Motorola. Don't get me wrong, but I gravitate towards it because I've worked with it for so long.
And Tim, no hashtag. No hashtag. Don't comment it out this time.
I got one better for you.
Oh, boy.
Mhm.
And Dave, I'm right there with you. I love me some Kenwoods too.
There you go. That
It's a
word.
bang, bang.
Double bang.
Double bang. This is for all the peanuts people. This is for the ham radio Crusader Comlink Mark 1. They are no more going to be made in this fashion. The Mark 2 is coming out pretty soon. I've got a whole new idea for it. But and I've actually got an idea for a Mark 3 that's going to be a lower powered mode, a node, I should say. The high power node is very handy, but not everybody wants one.
James, I saw that before it started to scroll, so I'll just read it. Frank and Freddie get their jollies from Back Alley Motos.
Batwing.
Maybe.
Batwing.
And that seems like a t-shirt idea there too.
Frank, do you ever visit the Bat Labs website?
Oh, all the time.
Okay, here recently it's been down, and I think it finally came back up. Do you know who owns that?
I don't. It does that once, like every 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I just like to be a mirror site for them because I visit that website almost daily, and I sure would hate to lose it.
It's probably what it is they pay for 3 years of their domain and then they forget it.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And then it does
So-
that.
So what it is the original site, the domain expired, the guy went to renew it, and in the process of getting it taken care of, this was back before instantaneous stuff, almost back in BBS days. He passed away.
Oh,
And so somebody had to go and get it all taken care of, pull all the files, pull all the history, get it redone, the whole 9 yards. And they've been, except for, when the domain expires, they've been pretty good about it since then. But yeah, it hiccups every 3 or 4 years.
and I'd like to contribute to updating it as much as I can because there's a bunch of XPR Motorola radio stuff that's not on there that I could use as well. But man, it's a plethora. It is a freaking reference library for lot of older Motorola equipment. Between them and Repeater Builder and Masters Communications, I can't tell you how many. I would die with their library.
So my bookmarks because I have them right here on this browser, are as follows: communication support, Bat Labs, OzTech, Ham Files, Kenwood NXDN at Groups.io, and then a couple others that are whatever for radio sites.
Yeah, got a ton of those, and it's just some of them you don't use as often as others. But man, if they went away, I'd die.
I try to log in every 60 to 90 days just so the credentials stay good. But yeah, the rest of them, oh boy, they're full of info. And I saw it somewhere in here. Dave, you want the high power node? Well, that's the keyword to enter right there.
They've seen them firsthand. I bring them up to the More Expo every year and show them off. And well, we used a couple of them last year. Just, they're really, really cool. And I love it since ASL3 is so compatible with a Wi-Fi connection.
Mm-hmm.
The ham VoIP is, but it isn't. I mean, it's just kind of flaky. It's not as flaky. It's not as strong, consistent a signal. I'm not sure what's up with that, but ASL3 got it right. And you can set up a temporary All-Star-Link node anywhere.
All right, we're gonna give a 2-minute warning on the drawing here. If you're one of those people who want to wait to the last minute, now's the time to do it.
So for everyone that's lurking, Mitch, enter the keyword.
The hell did you do with your microphone?
I moved it around.
It sounded like one of them old 1950s PA systems.
Got the one of the big springs in the arm, don't you?
Yeah, might be. Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, don't touch the spring, Frank.
Don't cross the streams.
Yeah, no crossing the streams here.
Oh
boy, I tell you what.
So somebody's asking, Mike's asking a question here. When was Motorola radios made in Israel?
When were they?
For the longest time, and that parts of them still are.
Yeah, and I remember that being a thing, but I couldn't give you dates. I'm not that big of a fanboy, but a lot of the ones that I've touched were made in Malaysia.
All right. 1 minute count.
I may have. Unfortunately, I don't have any Motorola's nearby to touch, so I can't check. Shocking! The Motorola guy has no Motorola's nearby.
I don't either. What's up? They're across the room on a shelf.
They're 600 miles that way.
Well, yeah, you're kind of remote located, right?
You mean you didn't bring one to snuggle with at night?
No.
You didn't?
Don't think
I bet you wear Motorola PJs, don't you?
Nope. Yep. The MCS 2000. Okay, Mike. Yeah, those were definitely Israeli made. Absolutely. No, I had because for work we have Kenwood and ICOM for NXDN. I have my Kenwood with me, but that's just Kenwood NX210.
You bring a personal radio for work related items, activities.
Oh,
I'm not supposed to have a personal radio for work related activities.
Incriminating yourself here.
The radio technician shop said if I wanted to, if there were none to check out, I could.
Okay.
So
I did the same thing though when in my line of work. Sometimes we didn't have enough walkies to go around, or they were low budget. So I got on eBay and bought some Saber 2s. And if you couldn't get out on a Motorola Saber 2 handheld, you could beat them to death with it.
Right. And no, I keep my Kenwood. I keep both the Kenwood and the ICOM with me with 2 spare batteries charged and ready to go.
Yeah. Freddie Mac, you ready to do this thing?
Let's do it. We've been here for a couple of hours. Everybody's ready to go home.
Yeah.
Who's going to win? Ham Radio Crusader. Crusader Comlink Mark 1. Probably the last of its kind. And Andrews, he was like the first guy in my stream tonight. All right. So we need some contact info out of you. So throw me an email, kd5fmu@gmail.com. I don't know if you're on my Discord server or not, because sometimes people's handles are different from YouTube to Discord or on my Patreon page, either way.
And Jody, while we wait for N. Andrews to answer this, Jody said, and he must have been late. It's April Fool's. Place your bets for when Tim will randomly drop Frank from the stream. It's a moral imperative. It's already happened, Jody.
That was not me. You had some RFI.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And Andrew says KM4PHK.
Got it. Drop me an email anyway, so we can start chatting about what you want on your All-Star Link node.
Absolutely.
Sweet. Guys, gals, ladies, germs, gentlemen, Dave, and Meshtastic James, everybody that contributed to tonight's little affair. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Y'all are great people. I love each and every one of you, and thank you for standing in for me tonight to remember the last 10,000 subscribers. I'm not so sure that I'm going to start celebrating every 1,000 after this, but we'll do something one way or the other. I'm just happy to be right where I'm at, and just want to say thank y'all.
Well, congratulations on 10K, Freddie. That's huge milestone for us newer guys. Absolutely. And here's to another 30, 40, 50,000.
I'm not sure about that, how high it'll ever go, but I'm telling you, from here on out, it's going to be fun. That's all I can say about that. I'm going to make it fun.
Knowing our luck, Freddie, it will go to about 7,000.
Somewhere along there.
Never can tell, but thank you all for coming, and thank you all for everything you've done for Ham Radio Crusader YouTube channel, not to mention the Ham Radio Kids Table. We appreciate you very much.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much. All right, well, we probably should start working our way out of here. Freddie Mac, what do you got coming up on your channel?
I tell you what, I'm going to go back and fix tonight's video because for some reason it played zoomed in. I still don't know what's up with that, but it's the beginning of the review on the Islands, Redivus Islands HA2 with APRS. Very surprising little radio. I've got 2 videos about to drop on it, and I'm working on several others. But I'm really steering into this APRS kick. I've been getting mentored by KM4ACK, and I've got a lot of side projects I'm working on for that. That'll be forthcoming later, but I got to get a few of these review videos out of the way and start having even more fun. So that's coming up.
Awesome. Jeff, how about you?
I got like loads of videos that I have to work on that I just don't have time for right now. Work's been freaking insane. My mind's been freaking blown after every day of work. But doing some of the Mike N2MAK's 5-2 Simplex challenge. So that's been kind of different, and there's a few other different ones I've been doing, and got some more to come. But it's like, where did all my POTA stuff go? I'm still doing POTA, but no videos. So hopefully I'll get those done. Mailing list, k3grz.com. Sign up for the mailing list. Fun things are going on. Just send out the second one. We'll be doing one pretty soon again, so get on there. Something big's going to come soon.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Sweet. Sweet.
Yep. Dave, how about you? What's going on in the world of Meshtastic?
I'm homeless.
You look pretty cozy for homeless.
Yeah.
No, that's a backdrop.
Yeah. I'm officially on the road full time now. And I'm up here at Circle 6 for a couple months. Looking forward to Belton Ham Fest, which is, well, my birthday's Friday. The following weekend is the Belton Ham Fest over here, and I'm right down the road from it. And then Dayton. And Dayton, it looks like I'm not going to run out of equipment because one of the things that I'm doing right now is talking back and forth with Seed Studios, where we're going to have hundreds of devices for sale at Dayton.
Cool.
So we will not run out.
You sell out pretty fast at Hamcation?
Yes. Yeah. I generally sell out the first day, whatever day that is.
Wow.
But it's been limited supplies, and they're pushing for me to have a lot of product at the show.
So James, I think that is where Dave has found home, is Circle 6.
Yes. The Sixes have adopted Dave, at least this month.
At least for a couple months. Yeah.
Shoot, yeah.
Yeah. My next door neighbor is the Grouch from New Hampshire right now.
Oh, cool. Paul,
So-
or is it Paul?
Yeah, Paul.
So Vernon, Renee have adopted him, but they are going to require to get him spayed or neutered here pretty soon, and shipped.
Yeah. Yeah. And chipped.
Yeah. Are you coming up to More Expo?
No, not going to make it to more.
Okay.
Not this year. Next year, that's on my list. I've actually got a travel list of
Oh,
where I'm going to go and how
But
I'm going to
that
get
could
there.
be that could be a camping in a tent, camp out for the weekend.
No, I'll be on the edge.
You're like, no.
Do the RV spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, do the RV spots. We got coffee.
Yeah, because we're gonna. I'm not sure how we're gonna do coffee this year.
We'll be fine. We're gonna shimmy up the pole and plug in and
We'll work it out.
run a coffee. Jason's got like 300 amp hours and I've got 300 amp hours.
I'm bringing 200 amp hours, so we'll see what happens. And
So there's 800 amp hours. We've almost got a kW of battery. We'll make some coffee.
All right. And Tim, how about you? What do you got coming up?
Well, I don't know. Let's go to Frank real quick because I need time to
Yeah,
think
Tim
about it.
needs time to think.
God knows we'll have an hour.
Actually, Tim, you're going to be disappointed. Not much coming up. I still have a video I'm working on, well, a video series I'm working on for the Baofeng minis. Yes, you heard that, Baofeng minis. I'm not doing what everybody else did, doing something totally different. It's going to be lots of fun. But
Are you going to
you know where you know where to find me. Simple as
Where's
that.
that?
Are you going to test them, Frank?
Tim, your turn.
Well, let's see here. Bam. So, if you guys had followed around, I probably spammed the crap out of my Twitter feed. I've been trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of March to basically win an argument or a thing with my younger son. I've got a snot-nosed 13-year-old kid that loves to get competitive with dad, and I was hoping to be able to at least do that and shove it back in his face. But
Tim, how many subs off are you?
so I think it's like 4,914. So if everybody that's on here that hasn't subscribed to the channel goes and subscribes to the channel, that might just do it because we've got like 85 people on here still. So
I'm extra dropping your link then because we need to prove the snot-nosed kid wrong.
yeah, absolutely.
Post up.
Yeah, if you guys got the teenage kids, you know where I'm coming from. You know how this rolls there. So that's right. Jeff just said
Smack
him
'em.
down.
Back of the head.
Smack him down. We're Gen X.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
before you think.
everybody remembers, I'm sure, being that snot-nosed teenager at one point or another.
Mm.
Within reason, Tim, of course. But, just go prove it for that.
As long as if it unsubscribes, it resubscribes when you're doing that, I'm perfectly fine with that. Yeah, and then log into all your kids' school accounts. Those are also Google accounts. You can use those. That means they automatically have YouTube accounts. You didn't know that, but now you know that. So that's been the goal. I've got a bunch of things here that I need to get myself involved in. I've got a brand new. I'm gonna have a brand new 500 watt, maybe 600 watt Poto rig. So,
Oh my gosh.
and it runs on 48 volts. That's all I'm going to say. So we're gonna dive into that. I'll probably have it out at more with us, and we'll have a little fun with that.
That sounds awesome.
But just little things, playing around with kits. Dave turned me on to a Wi-Fi scanner, vulnerability scanner little project, and got the bits and pieces for that. So it's Raspberry Pi 2W here. So
Yeah.
gonna be doing that, playing with 3D printing. And hang on, let me blow that back up, Dave.
Oh, very cool.
Ragnarok, is that what it is?
Yeah, Ragnar. Yeah.
Ragnar. Yeah, I
And
said
it's,
Ragnarok.
Yeah,
like
the
a
network
vulnerability scanner.
Vulnerability scanner. Yeah, I mean, like he said, it goes through and it checks for all open ports and just kind of checks everything out. And it constantly just keeps checking. And it has a dashboard that you can pull up on your computer, or it's got cool little icons on here so you can see how your personal network is doing.
Sweet.
Oh,
yeah.
And so I figure I'll take it into work and see how on the ball my corporate cybersecurity staff is.
Here you go.
See how many phone calls you get.
Oh God, I'm sorry, guys. I accidentally left that in my bag. I had it at a ham fest. And
asking for forgiveness.
You know, if I wasn't made to come into the data center every Tuesday, that wouldn't be that's what happens. So there we go. But yeah, just playing with that. And you know, summer is coming up, so I'm going to get out and have some fun. Get out to the parks, enjoy the outdoors. I did a on the tailgate POTA activation, not last weekend, but the weekend before, for the Sunday stream, and it was great being outside again. I'm not a fan of being in the truck, so hopefully we'll get back to having some good warmer weather around here, and it's not, you know, under the threat of rain.
Amen.
So we can do those things. But well, guys, I think that's a wrap. Freddie?
Thank you, everybody, for the time. I appreciate it very, very much.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll get out of here. Everybody have a great week. All kinds of stuff coming up. Coffee and Ham Radios tomorrow night. Ham Shack TV is going to be on. And then Friday night, there'll be Frank and a bunch of other people. Robert will be doing the late shift. God, I don't know why I keep messing that one up. The late shift, Josh on Saturday, and Sunday is Frank and Prep Ham Paul and Ham Radio 2.0. So
actually, I think Frank and Jason aren't streaming Sunday.
Oh, you know what? That's right.
That's true.
So
yeah, Prep and Paul might have an extra long thing on Sunday. We'll see.
Check your local listings. You never know. There might be an impromptu kids table. So
never know.
You never know.
Never know.
All right, guys. We'll get out of here. Everybody have a great week, and we will catch you later.
Bye-bye.
73.
73.
Yeah, everybody.